Well, hello and welcome back to Chrono Cross and Opasa Beach. We are going to be fighting the final boss battle the correct way. Are you guys ready for this? The first thing we want to do setup is you want to have one of every color on your level 1. Yeah, I know, after like so long where it's like we've been using all of these really high level attacks and everything, we're finally done with that. The other thing I want to do on Serge is I want to give him the Chrono Cross, and I'm going to put that also on level 1. You can put it on anything that you want because it's 8 plus or minus 7, so it can go on any one, but you want to put it on 8. Or put it on 1, sorry. Let's see here. I also want to do the same with all of my allies. Now, this upcoming battle is like a... what do you want to call it? Like a gimmick battle. So don't worry too much about it. Like you're going into this, it's going to happen, but it's gimmicky. I think I want to include, what do I want to give you? I'm gonna give you an extra red. And then I'm going to give you a blue. You could fill in the rest if you wanted to. I don't really feel like I need to. The other thing I did is I actually went through and used out some of my rainbow shells and all of my money. So the Spectra Swallow, I got Prism Mail for everybody. I got the Prism Dagger and the Spectral Sword. You can kind of choose whatever you want here. Specifically, I want to make sure that I've got the Spectra Swallow because the Master Mune does not go over to New Game Plus, which is because it's a quest item. So I wanted to make sure I grabbed the Spectra Swallow. It is better than the Master Mune for the attack. I think it's like, I don't remember how much it's better, but it is better. Let's see. I also made sure to get, what else did I get? I had the Spectral Glove. I found that in a box somewhere. I grabbed the Crystal Pan and the Rainbow Axe. So I should have a pretty good set of items to use for New Game Plus. Like that's pretty much all we're gonna need, I think. Let's see. I did double checking here to make sure that we do have the Chrono Cross. Yes, we do. Okay. Made this mistake before. Let's go. Let's do this. We're going to do this the right way. The final gate, which leads to the darkness of time. Looks like this is finally it. Come on. Let's finish this off. We wasted enough bloomin' time as it is. Come on, Serge, mate. You don't want to keep the girl waiting any longer. She's been waiting for you and only you, and for over 10,000 years, I might add. If the world's gonna be destroyed, then let it be destroyed. If history is gonna be changed, then let it bloody well be changed. I'll show you what radical dreamers really dream about. Yeah, we're gonna go change history this time rather than just let it run. So this is a gimmicky battle, just a heads up. And one of the first things I do actually want to do is make sure I get a diminish on because as much as I love getting injured and messing this whole battle up, I want to make sure that we do diminish. So the first goal, I'm going to diminish, but then I'm going to get everyone's elemental power up to 8. You should not need it. Now, if you have the Chrono Cross equipped as an element, you can see those little... I'm gonna need you to hit because we really do need to get our elemental power up. Don't play with me, kid. Those little gems at the top are going to appear. So we want to keep an eye on those. Now, if you've been following along, or even if you haven't been following along, you may recall that we have come across a harmonious tune multiple times as we've gone through the entire game. Now, this is key to essentially what we need to do. So if you don't remember it, I have it listed here, so I will tell you. But first of all, let's get our element power up because this is taking forever. Come on. Okay, so that's good. Let's go ahead and get Surge up to full. I want to make sure our stamina is pretty high up too. Okay, so let's see here. That's still using green. So once we do this, let me go ahead and let's just do that. I want to get Surge's stamina up, please. All right. As of right now, using nothing but green. Oh, Kid is taking so much damage. It's kind of annoying. That's all right. We should be okay. Let's go ahead and just start by using an uplift here. The pattern is yellow, red, green, blue, black, white. Now, whether or not it's going to let me do this is going to be a different question. I often get interrupted the first time I do this. One of the ways that you can do it is try and like incorporate the attacks in there, but I will tell you it has a tendency to fight. I think using any element should get it in there. Let's just go ahead and cure Kid because, ow. All right, the next one is black. Everybody is out of stamina, which is actually bad. Crap. Okay, so interrupted. It's using Omega Black there. That's not what I wanted. It's because my stamina was too low. I kind of messed up, apparently. And sometimes the game just, the game will absolutely do this. Let me defend here real quick. We're gonna need to heal. Because Kid is kind of not doing great here. All right, starting over. Let's go ahead and use, do I have, I don't really have a lot of other yellow elements. That's gonna be a problem. Fun fact. Now, I just used red. Let me actually defend here for a second. I know that sounds really strange. Okay, so it's going to use upheaval, which is a yellow. It's because what happens is it's kind of responding to you. We used red, so now it's going to use yellow. Let's go ahead and just start and go out with all the other ones we need to do now. So we need to use green now. Let's see. Let's go ahead and we'll just use a heal on Kid. We should have enough element power. Kid's not doing too great there. Next after green is blue. Let's go ahead and use an aqua beam here. Okay, for Fargo, we need to use black. I don't think he has a black at the moment, since messed everything up. It's fine, we'll just use Surge. There's the black. I really don't want to use Surge here, but it's fine. I'm worried this is gonna be off again. Let's go ahead and use a photon array. Okay, there we go. Okay, so up top you see it is yellow, red, green, blue, black, white. Now, with Surge equipped, let's go ahead and use the Chrono Cross. That was a little off. That's not the best one. I've done it correct the first time around, but sometimes the Time Devourer does not do what you want it to do, so... Looks like we freed her from the Time Devourer's grasp. Good job, you guys. Remember, this is the princess that Kid is a clone of. Hey, she's awake. 10,000 years and that was a long sleep. I've been waiting an eternity just for this very moment. Meaninglessly hurting one another to the disappearing life forms. Love to hate, hate to love. Why are we born? Why do we die? Evolution? The survival of the fittest? What is there to be achieved from harming one another, killing one another? The eggs that we call planets and the innumerable spermatozoa, the life forms which gather around them. When one of these countless seeds is joined with a planet, a new universe is born. No, I don't know what's going on here. All that exists for that one moment, all so that the universe can evolve into the next dimension. Does that make us all just pawns? Are each of our short lives nothing but a cheap sacrifice just so the one chosen life form can be born? No, that is not the case. Each and every one of us has a chance of becoming that one chosen life form. Yes, it could be you. Each of us tries to do our best with the hand we're dealt, be it our genes or the environment we live in. Each life form, struggling to make the best of the life it's given, forms a link in the golden chain that leads to the creation of a new universe. Every single thing in the whole of nature is perhaps just dreaming a dream of life. All of them are also perhaps nothing more than a dream dreamt by a planet before its birth. Oh, but yes, eventually all dreams will return to Zurvan, the Sea of Dreams. Serge, don't go yet, Serge. It's alright. Everything is alright now. Time, which has been divided, will be unified again now. The time for farewells has come. You will lose all memory of this whole adventure and return to your own time. But this time, you will be able to live your own life. Aye, matey, it sure was a swashbuckling voyage. If you ever want to become a pirate, be sure to come see me aboard the SS Invincible. We alone do not have the power to heal the world's woes or to solve all its mysteries, and yet, even then... It was bloody good knowing you, mate. Thanks for being born you, Serge. I guess now is the time to say, see you later, mate, but I'll find you, sometime, somewhere, I'm bloody sure of it. No matter the time, no matter the world you live in, I'll find you. I am sure I will find you. Serge? Serge! Hey, Serge! Lena? What the hell are we doing here? Where'd everybody go? Are you alright? What's the matter? Don't scare me like that. You just passed out all of a sudden. What? Terra Tower? Fate? What are you talking about? We just got here. You got some Komodo scale dragon scales for me, remember? You sound confused. Come on, Serge, get with the program. Our summer's only just started. Yeah, was it all a dream, or do we get sent back in time? Isn't that a good question? Oh hey, we're back here, huh? Thus the curtain closes on another tale. An eternity has passed. Fleeting dreams fade into the distance. All that is left now is me and my memories. But I'm sure we'll meet again. Someday, you and I. Another place, another time. It's just that we might not realize that you are you and I am me. Let us open the door to the great unknown, come across another reality, and live another today. Even when a story has been told, life goes on. Until we meet again, take care of yourself, my friend. Forever yours, Shala Kid Zeal. Yeah, she was the one that was doing the whole tale, the beginning. Okay, well that is our story. And by the way, if you're wondering why we're just trapped here on this one screen, it's because this is just where it stops and we have to go through the music before we move on. I don't know. It was very odd the first time I went through this. I was like, are we gonna move on? Or are we just gonna sit here forever? We're just gonna sit here forever, but no, eventually it does actually release us. And we get the credits once again, which I'm gonna again have to mute because it is what it is. But that is the official ending to the game. Yeah, so we won, but our memories were wiped. This feels very much like Persona 3 kind of thing where it's like, oh yeah, like this whole tale happened, but you won't remember and you get to like live your whole life out. I think that's exactly Persona 3. Everybody forgot because they weren't supposed to remember. And it wasn't until the very end when they realized, and it was already past due, I suppose, when they went up to the rooftop of the school. But yeah, so there we go. That's the story. So there's a few things about this tale that I actually positively hate and things that I love. Like the base story, the gameplay, like, love it. The concept of like time travel is always kind of hard to deal with in games anyway. But there is so much that happens in the last like fifth of the game. Just concepts introduced. You know, you spend the first, like half of the game trying to find Lynx and stop him from doing bad stuff. And then you spend another third of the game as Lynx trying to find a way back to becoming human again. And then you immediately get just thrown into this, like, the cities have gone back and forth between time, the dragons are bad, there's a computer that was like controlling everything, and yeah, it all ties together, but it seems like the last portion of the game just absolutely is just thing after thing after thing, you know, plot point after plot point. Some of it's not even explained in game, like you're getting you get, you know, like the Chrono Trigger characters like explain to you what is happening, rather than like you don't experience the princess in any case. They just kind of tell you about her, which is kind of disjointed and kind of feels weird. You're kind of told what's happening, but there's really, like, obviously that makes sense to some degree, but it it feels like there's just so much that you're being told that I can honestly tell you I understand kind of what they were trying to go for, but it just kind of feels like gripping water in this case. Like, yeah, I can touch water and I can feel water, but, you know, holding it in the palm of my hand, you know, grabbing it is not great. But overall, I, you know, really enjoy the whole thing. The combat system is a ton of fun. Playing with the different colors, and the strategy wasn't all that difficult. I was playing it on normal I don't even think there is other difficulties, but playing it on normal difficulty. The battles aren't that hard if you know what you're doing. The last battle where you have to do, it's a gimmicky battle. A lot of games have the whole like last battle being gimmicky, whatever. That's fine. But there is something to be said about knowing how to do the battle. Like, you know, obviously you're introduced to this whole like harmonious thing, but it feels more just kind of like shoveled in there. Like, oh yes, like all of the elements can work together and be harmonious if you know how to use them, but it really doesn't feel like that's well established throughout the game. It would have been better if a lot of the last part of the game had been developed a little bit more during the start. Maybe it was, and I just kind of missed it, but I've played this game multiple times and it really feels like a lot of that last little bit, like a lot of the last details were just kind of like somebody, you know, late night, been working like 72 hours, just scribbled some stuff on a board, and it was all chaotic, and they got shipped off to, you know, the hospital after that, but they were like, oh yeah, no, this sounds great. I don't know, I didn't care for it as much. But I would still give this game a very high rating because it is one of my favorites. So, we have a little extra at the very bottom here this time. Who's the girl? Well, don't worry, we're not quite done yet. I will find you, even if I have to search the world over, sometime, somewhere, I'm sure. Take a guess who it is. It's Kid. Yeah, the live action is supposed to be Kid throughout the school and Tokyo and stuff like that. Kind of saying that like our universe is one of the many universes across the way, or like across the whole game. And that finishes Chrono Cross. At least the first and well, not the final, like the good ending. Now we're gonna save again. Doesn't really matter, but next time we're going to be diving into the New Game Plus, because we do have all sorts of New Game Plus stuff to deal with. We have a few more endings that we want to discuss. We want to get the other party members so we can have all of them, as well as some of the kind of hidden stuff that you have to play multiple times in order to get. So I will see you guys next time. I think I might be kind of spreading it out, like there'll be a little bit of a break after this, maybe. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but if I don't see you in the next day, I will see you in the next episode.